Hi Chris, I thought I would make a little video about how to put the ends on the cable and how to plug the device in. So here's your device, the back side of it, and also the end down here. And you pull this little tab down here and pop this back piece off right here. And there's an arrow in there that says where to plug the cable in. So I'm plug in the main LAN where I got a little arrow there. So, and this goes outside. So wherever you need it, just put it outside. And basically, if you can, kind of aim it a little bit, sort of where it's going. Mounts on a pole here, with a strap here, right? Mount it with 2 screws up here. Lots of choices. Works pretty dang good. Anyway, now this is what powers it, called the PoE. This one's unique. Most PoE that comes with computer stuff is 48 volt. This is 24 volt. So basically you need to stick with this unit in there. Now, it says network here on top, and I wrote the word router on. And down at the bottom, it says AP bridge, and that's the wireless device. That's where the cable plugs in and goes there. So I'll send you a couple different patch cords for this end, and then this is where you make the black cord, which I'm going to show you how to put the ends on in a second. So that's what that does. This is the power supply for the PoE, and it plugs in the side of the PoE here. So that makes some sense. So, okay, onward to the next. So, what we have is what they call Cat 5 cable, Category 5. Basically just the number of twists, the amount of size of the copper is 24 gauge. Now, if it was Cat 6, it'd be 23 gauge, a little larger, a little more surface for the electrons to flow on. The high-end Cat 6 has got a spine in it, and it certifies out at 600 megahertz. This certifies at 350 megahertz, which is plenty fine because at the distance you can run, you could run gigabit on it really. I mean, it'll run 600 megahertz. So, the tool to cut the jacket, going to be in the box. And that's what you do is you come down about 4 inches or so down here, big 4 inches. The extra doesn't hurt. Slide it onto the second notch or whatever, first or second notch. Kind of turn it around, and what it does, it cuts the jacket loose on it. So you bend the jacket a little bit, bump, 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 and then slide the jacket off. Then you got your little string here, the pull string. What I do is I use a pair of scissors and cut that off. So all I have is the wires. So I like to take the wires and flare them out a little bit because they are twisted a little bit together. I like to put the brown to the right, orange to the left, and blue and green kind of up. Now the reason for that is that the wiring schematic that we're going to use, and of course this is the ends that we're using, the RJ45 Cat 5e. These are Platinum Tool easy connectors, and the reason they're easy is that the cable goes all the way through, and then the tool we use will actually cut and crimp at the same time. So let's take this loose, and we'll take and get a couple ends out here, and I'll send extra ends for you. So anyway, and then what I'm going to do is that runaway end. Anyway, going to unwind the wires, and I know it sounds kind of crazy, but even though you cut the cable off with some nice little snips and stuff, it still doesn't. You still need to do a little more work. So I'm going to take the wires and I'm going to kind of strip them like this, bend them and make them so that they kind of straighten out a little bit. The straighter the better. And that. And then I'm going to nip the ends up here where the end is. Just take just a little bit off the end, like that. And I'll take the connector, and then the first 2 wires that go in, and mind you, you want to put the gold pins facing you when you do it, and bottom up, you slide it in, and the first 2 wires, and it goes against the side there, it'll go through, yeah, it'll come through, there you go, there's now, it's on its way through, okay, up, I'm having a little frustration with it. It doesn't want to slide through as easy as I want it to slide through. There we go. Now it's slid. Okay, now it's slid through. Okay. Well, that wasn't cool. I missed the first two spots. So I'm going to pull it out. Do them one wire at a time then, just for frustration things. Make sure you look down there, look down at the end, make sure that it's got the wires in the first spot. Go up about a half an inch or so, bend the wire over so the end can't come off, because I've had that happen to me over the years. And then do the second wire, and it's got to be the next one in the line. If you look there, so you can look down in there, there's little slots that the wires feed in. So like that. So like that, and come up, make sure it pulls up against it a little bend that one over. Now, so the wiring schematic is white, orange, and orange. That's the transmit wires. Now we're going to do the receive wires. Now the receive wires, because how the world works is that the receive wires are the green pair are the receive. And so, and you're going to love this, they're not side by side. That's one of the things that gets a lot of people in trouble when they start working with these connectors. They're not side by side. So the thing we got to do is that the first one that goes in is the white green. So it's white orange, orange, white green. Now here's where the things get sticky. The next pair are the blue pair. Now they actually reverse the color of these. Don't ask me why, I just do the stuff according to Hoyle. Oh, by the way, I have no idea who Hoyle is. So anyway, straighten them out, nip the end, get the solid blues straightened out, nip the end. So the fourth wire goes in is the, love this, solid blue. So you push that up to there and bend it over. Then the next one goes in is white blue. Now you're going to love this. It's kind of just not nonsense informational, but the and this is network stuff. Now if it was for a T1 circuit for like telephones and stuff like that, it would be 1 and 2 is transmit, 4 and 5 is receive. So it's kind of crazy, huh? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, now we put in the green, so which is number 6. So how that works now is that 1 and 2 are transmit, 3 and 6 are receive. 4 and 5 and 7 and 8 are typically used for power. So it's white orange, orange, white green, blue, white blue, now green. So now we have the brown pair to deal with. So basically it's going to be white, brown, and brown. So you're kind of going, huh? Well, that's the way they do it. So we're going to wind this puppy down and straighten the old wires out, make them so they're all nice and, stand up straight, because they're all wrapped around each other, because that's how they make the propagate the signal is the phrase they would use. So I'm going to take and put the brown pair in. Maybe I can get both to go at the same time. Oh, I was lucky. So now I've got all of them through there. So I'm going to kind of carefully keep all of them about the same length, so I can slide this connector down. And the blue one seems to be a little bit problematic, so we're going to pull the blue one up just a touch. Okay, didn't take much. Slide this down. Now when we put it on here, you kind of got to watch how it wants to fit through. And then you got to kind of like fit that black cable in that, in the jacket, because there's a little bumpus right here on the connector. And the little bumpus is what you have to get that black part of the cable just to that point, or just past that point, so that when you crimp, it actually pushes that down on there to retain the end and make it work right and help seal it off. So basically you got to walk her down. Okay, got to walk down. Then you take and wind the ends on here, so you got a little ball ends, little twisted ends, and the cable's straight that we're going to cut off. Now this is a crimp tool, and there's 2 holes in it. Obviously you're going to use the large one that says 8P. Put it in there correctly, all the way in, so see it's all the way in, and squeeze it down until it cuts the cable off, and squeeze down until it goes all the way, and then let go of it, and then presto, an end. So that's why we have white orange, orange, white green, blue, white blue, green, white brown, and brown. That's what they call a 568B cable. So that's how you make the cable, and there's plenty of cable there. Put the other ends on. You're going to have these 2 tools in the kit. Have some fun, raise some hell. Talk to you later.